So now we're going to be talking about opposite vectors. And let's start off with a scenario. So let's say we have this vector here. Let's say that its tail is A, its head is B. So another way to express this vector, if you remember from the first video, is AB. Now you can also express vectors as a single lowercase letter. So let's express this vector also as U. This small u is just another way to express it. And let's also add a real life example to it. So let's say this represents a car that is traveling at 50 kilometers per hour in an east direction. So notice how we express this vector in three different ways. We expressed it as AB, as this lowercase u, and we gave it a real life example of a car going 50 kilometers per hour east. So now let's draw the same vector with the same magnitude but going in the opposite direction. So the tail would start here and it would go this way. These are supposed to be straight lines, by the way, so don't mind my horrible drawing. So if we label its tail as B and its head as A, so we keep it consistent with the top vector, notice how this vector now will be expressed as BA. Because if you remember, the first letter always represents the tail and the second one always represents the head. Now, since this vector has the same magnitude or the same length as this vector up here, but it's just going in an opposite direction, since we express this vector as u, we can express this one as negative u. The negative just means that the same magnitude vector u goes in the opposite direction. So taking that concept and applying it to these expressions, AB is the same as this vector BA, but in the opposite direction. So we could express it as negative BA. Or likewise, this BA we can express in terms of AB, and it would just be the opposite direction of AB. So we could put a negative there. So, taking this real life example that we had for this vector, 50 kilometers per hour east, what would this vector represent? Well, this vector would represent 50 kilometers per hour west. So let's make a conclusion here. Vectors are opposite if they contain the same magnitude. Remember, they have to have the same magnitude. And an opposite direction. Okay, so vectors are opposite if they contain the same magnitude and an opposite direction. So using this definition and going back to this example, notice how these two vectors, they contain the same magnitude, the same speed, so we can say that the magnitude of AB is the same as the magnitude of BA. And both of their magnitudes was this 50 kilometers per hour. So they contain the same magnitude, but they had an opposite direction. AB went towards a direction of east and BA went west. So same magnitude, opposite direction means that these two vectors here are opposites of each other.